Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl O'Shea, and you are tuning into another episode of O'Shea Speaks. I'm so glad that you are here. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you will enjoy this video. If you're new to my channel, you might as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can get this content, honey, okay? And then go ahead, after you subscribe, hit the like on this video, because I got a feeling you're gonna like it, because that's probably why you clicked on it in the first place. Second, I'm gonna need you to comment. Go ahead and comment. How about you comment and tell me your name and where you from? Let's get a little active on the channel. How about that? So go ahead and comment, and then after you do all that, I'm gonna need you to share the video, because there's some good stuff that's gonna be in this video. Somebody else needs to hear it, and you need to do your due diligence and go ahead and spread it. Okay, how about that? Yay. All right, if you're a returning subscriber, what's up, O'Squad? That's right, you are a part of the O'Squad. So like I said, if you're new to the channel, you know you want to go ahead and subscribe so you can join the O'Squad, because I mean, I'm like, as you probably tell, it's gonna be a little bit litty up in here, you know what I'm saying? Okay. As y'all can tell by the title of the video that you clicked on, today we are going to be going over ways to prepare for your MSW journey, for your MSW graduate program. I think this definitely is going to be geared towards MSW, but just grad school in general, just ways to prepare you. This was a requested video. I did a video about things that I wish I knew about my grad school journey. So this video is going to be different, because I'm really going to go over some things that I feel like if you are about to start grad school in a few months, or you're thinking about it, you can kind of know how to prepare so you can have a successful time while you're in school. So I came up with 5 things that I felt would be really, really good for you to think about before you start your MSW program. You about to start classes in a few weeks or something like that, and you're like, what do I do? How do I prepare? I'm right here to tell you what you need to do. So, number 1, get a planner, okay? Get a planner. And I don't want to hear, oh, I'm not really a planner person. I like to keep it all up here, or I like to keep it on my phone. No, ma'am. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Get a planner. Get you a book. Get you a book, okay? Where you can physically write down your schedule, okay? Literally, you need to do this because you are gonna live by this schedule, okay? You're gonna need a schedule to keep you on track for all the stuff that you're gonna have to do in your program, okay? So on top of putting it in your phone and keeping it in your brain, you're also gonna get a pen, open up a planner, and write it down. When I was in grad school, my schedule was broken down like this, like in my planner on the calendar date. So I had my classes, what time my classes were and what days they were. And then I had what days and what time I would be at my field placement or my internship. On top of that, I was also working, so I put my work schedule in the planner. And then I also set aside time every day to study, do my homework, complete papers, stuff like that, because that's the most important thing. You want to pass. So in order to pass, you're gonna have to, be diligent and go ahead and write this stuff down. So that's the first thing. Go ahead and get you a planner if you haven't already. All right, second thing, we're gonna talk about field placement. We're gonna talk, why did my glasses do that? That's so embarrassing. Okay. We're gonna talk about field placement or field practicum, or internship, or whatever you want to call it, field education. We're going to talk about it, because if you're in a MSW program, I'm pretty sure this is across board, there's not one MSW program that does not require you to have field placement or an internship or whatever. You need to prepare for your internship as if you are preparing for the start of your professional career in social work. I mean, not even as if you are, going into the profession. This is, your field practicum is the start of your professional career in social work. Think of it that way. That's what it is. Your field practicum is literally the beginning of your social work career. And the reason why I say that is because there's going to be some people like me. Like, I took a year off before I started grad school, and I was able to work in the field and stuff. So it wasn't necessarily like my first beginning professional experience. However, there are some people who maybe you went from your BSW to your MSW program, or you're somebody like me who your undergrad degree is in something totally different. Like, mine is in broadcasting. So I don't have any experience in social work or human services or nothing like that. Barely even customer service. When you have your field placement, that is going to be the time that you start gaining that experience that you need to be a professional social worker, or whatever, track you plan on going into. You need to take it seriously. You need to take it like it's a job, like it's a real job. Like I said in videos before, 9 times out of 10, it's probably not going to be a paid internship, but that's okay. Even though it's not paid, don't treat it like it's nothing, because it is very important. This is like a job. So if it requires you to dress professional, if it requires you to be on time, if it requires you to do things that are, like, I know some people were like, even though that was their field placement, like, they literally did the same things that social workers do in the company or agency that they were working for. So treat it as such. Treat it as the beginning of your professional career. Take everything you can from your field placement. Soak it in. Really, really participate in all the opportunities that you have at that internship. Because when you graduate and you go into your interviews, you are going to be able to show the knowledge that you learned, show the experience that you learned through this field placement. So don't take it as a joke. Unfortunately, some people get really, really great field placements, and sometimes you don't get really great field placements. I mean, we can't all, work for the #1 hospital in the state, or we can't all work for the #1, outpatient facility, or whatever it may be. So even if you are somebody who's like, well, I don't really know what my field placement is going to be about, or, I don't, never heard of this place, or it's unfamiliar to me, I don't know if I'm going to get what I need to get out of it. What you put into it is what you will get out of it, okay? So if you're going to a field placement that maybe you are literally an intern, like, you know what I mean by intern, as like, can you go do these photocopies? Can you do this? Can you do that? Don't let that discourage you. What you need to do is make something of your time there, okay? Because it's not going to be so easy to just switch or leave. Sometimes, unfortunately, you are going to get those internships that maybe didn't benefit you the way you thought it would. But what you have to do is put in something so you can get something out of it. So if they're not giving you, social work responsibilities, things like that, create it on your own. Create it on your own. I mean, don't cross any boundaries. Don't do anything unethical. Don't do anything that's not professional. However, put yourself out there. Talk to your supervisor. Talk to, the bosses of the organization, and be like, hey, I understand that I might not be able to do this, but I would like to assist in this way. Or can I shadow here? Or can I just get your opinion on this? Or can we just talk about the cases that you're doing, and get everything that you can from that experience, because it's going to be so important when you graduate, because that is like literally, that's the start of your experience as a social worker. So take everything that you can from it. But number 3, get to know your cohort and your professors. So your cohort, if you don't know, your cohort is the students that come in with you and that are going to graduate with you. So your class of your cohort, the class of 2020, class of so-and-so, that's your cohort. Get to know them, okay? There's a few reasons why you need to get to know them. One of the reasons is because you need to know that you're not alone in this. These are other students who are getting the same amount of work, that's stressed, that, is overwhelmed. Get you a good support system so you guys can support each other. You guys can have study groups. You guys can help each other with papers. You guys can, help each other study and things like that, so you all can be successful in your program. I don't know about y'all, but my program had a lot of emphasis on group work. And as much as I really don't like group work, you are gonna have to experience it. If you don't experience it in your MSW program, that's great, that's wonderful. I doubt that's gonna be the case, but even once you graduate, like, I don't think there's any social work job, like, you're not in social work if you don't like people. Like, let's just put that out there. You're not in social work if you don't like people. Like, that just doesn't even make sense, because all social work is dealing with people. Unless you're gonna go to like insurance or something and you're just doing claims or something like that. But other than that, you're always gonna be working with people, working in groups. There's gonna be different systems. There's gonna be different, parties that you have to work with all the time. So even if you're like an introvert, or you're like, I'm just going to grad school and I'm online because I don't want to, like, no, get to know people. When you in your Blackboard, when you in those group discussions and stuff, go ahead, shoot them an email. Hey, I saw your post on so. How are you doing on this assignment? Check in, make those friends. And then on top of that, even though they're just classmates, sometimes that's a part of your networking as well. Like, a lot of the people that I went to school with, some of them were already in the profession. Some of them were supervisors at, like, social services or something. So those are connections that you also can make. So make sure that you communicate and get to know those people that you're working with. Even after you graduate, you might be looking for a job, and then somebody's working at the place that you want to work at. And you're like, oh my God, girl, we graduated together, class so, whoop, whoop, can I get a job? They're like, yeah, I got you. So get to know those people. And it's the same way for your professors. Get to know them. They also are going to be very, very valuable assets to you when you're trying to get into the field place, when you're trying to get into the field, like, professionally. Build those relationships with them. I had a lot of professors that help students, find jobs or apply to jobs and give them leads and stuff like that. So build a good relationship with your professors. For the same reasons of, like, after you graduate, getting a good job and stuff like that. While you're in school, getting a good relationship with your professors is necessary, because you need to communicate with them. Because, like I said in other videos, it can be stressful. It can be a lot. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of papers. There's a lot of things that are required. You need to know your professors and communicate with them in case something comes up, in case you're not able to complete an assignment, or you're confused, or whatever the situation might be. You want to make sure that you have a good relationship with those professors so they can know who you are. So, if you late on assignment or something happened, you have a relationship with your professor that you could be like, hey, and you give you a little extension or whatever. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, well, let me not say 9 times out of 10. For my school that I went to, 9 times out of 10, when you communicated with those professors and you had a relationship with them, they were willing to work with you. At the end of the day, they want you to pass the class. At the end of the day, the university wants you to pass them classes so you can stay in them classes, so you can pay that money to them. So they are going to work with you, but you have to work with them. Yeah. Number 4, plan ahead. Plan ahead, okay? Procrastination. We all like to claim it. I used to claim it, but I stopped. I'm actively trying to stop claiming procrastination, because when you say, oh, I'm a procrastinator, or procrastination is my middle name, when you say those things, literally you're speaking them into existence. So plan ahead, okay? We're not doing procrastination. We're not doing that no more. We letting that go. With these papers, these assignments that you have, plan ahead. If they're due on on a Thursday, plan ahead to have that assignment finished the Thursday before. So you have a week of wiggle room, in case anything or something happens. I'm pretty sure this is across the board for most schools, but at the beginning of the semester, every class, you're gonna get a full calendar syllabus, okay? Every single assignment due, when it's due, how it's due, when to turn it in, how to turn it in, all that. You're gonna get that at the beginning of the semester. So plan ahead. Go ahead and get this handy dandy planner, okay? And go ahead and write in all of your assignments. Write them in pencil, because things change, and syllabi can be tentative. However, write in those assignments. If you, like I said, if you no assignment is due in 2 months, go ahead and start working on it early. I promise you, the times that I planned ahead and I finished assignments, even when I finished them 2 days early, even if it was only 2 or 3 days early, it was such a breath of fresh air compared to when I waited to the last minute to finish an assignment. There was so much stress, and there was so much cramming and all this kind of stuff, trying to finish this stuff by the deadlines. I wish that every assignment that I had, I would have planned ahead and just went ahead and busted out. When you make your schedule for your study time and your completion of homework, do that. Complete that stuff. If you get ahead, you're like, oh, I completed it, I don't got nothing to do for the next month. We not waiting. Just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it, because we don't got time for the procrastination. Okay? It's gonna be more stressful for you. Okay? And you might be one of those people that are like me. I ain't gonna lie, I could procrastinate and still bust out 100. However, I do know that I would be very stressed from cramming and trying to hurry up. Oh my God, it's 11:45. I got 5 more sentences and it's due at 11:59. Yes, I still got an A, but ooh, just imagine all the stress that I could have just not had. All the panic, you know, all of the nights where I could have been with my friends, you know, turning up, doing, you know, getting lit. I couldn't do that because I waited to the last minute to do this paper. Now that's what I'm doing tonight instead of having fun, enjoying my time. Okay? Procrastination, we ain't doing it no more. Plan ahead. And last but not least, number 5, self-care. If you are in the social work field, I know we hear self-care all the time. And I ain't mad at it. Like, I'm not mad at it because it's so important. And I think even though we hear it all the time, and even though it's reiterated every other post or every other discussion, whatever, when it comes to the field of social work and the things that we do, everybody's always talking about self-care. It's not going to get old because it's so necessary. So even in grad school, when you know, you're just a student and things like that, you still need to take time for yourself and unplug. That's why it's important to plan ahead, right? Because then when you plan ahead and you get your assignments done, then you have time for self-care. Then you have time to do things that fill your spirit cup. Put that in your calendar. Like, literally, Saturday, this is a self-care day. I'm not doing no work on this day because I'm going to take a mental break. But in order to do that, what you got to do? You got to plan ahead. So just, you know, they go hand in hand. But take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves because it can be stressful. However, even though it can be stressful, even though it can be hard, it's all possible. It's all possible. Don't think that you're the only person that's doing it, because you're not. There are plenty of people that are going through the same thing, that are juggling so much. Grad school in itself is a lot, and the MSW is, I mean, it's so much. You literally are in school full time, and a lot of the times you're also working for free, and I mean, juggling so much. And you know, grad school, all kind of people are in grad school. You got people straight from undergrad, you got professionals that have been working for years. Like, we are all juggling stuff. Just remember that is doable. However, just take care of yourself. Self-care is so important. Take care of yourself. Take some time. Don't let it overwhelm you. Like, it could be stressful. Let's say, okay, yeah, it'll be stressful, but do not let it overwhelm you, because you can get through it. And all of these things, if you know, do them and take them seriously and take heed to them, or my advice and any other advice that's, you know, available to you, you will be successful, and it won't be as stressful, and you won't feel like, you know, you have to quit or this and that. But one of the biggest things is taking care of yourself and self-care. So do that. I am reaching my little time limit or whatever, so I guess that's gonna be the end of this video. I really hope that you liked it. I don't really know. Like, this is just me. If you're new, I hope I don't deter you from subscribing. This is just me. Sometimes I'm just all over the place, but that's all right. But yeah, so I hope you like this video. I think I'm gonna make this like a series or something, because I also want to do a video of kind of like the breakdown of my classes. Would that be something that y'all are interested in seeing, of like the breakdown of what my classes were and how I was successful in each class, and like what I did for, you know, each class and what I learned, stuff like that? I don't know. I thought that would be an interesting thing to do, so that's probably going to be the next video. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and I'm probably going to do a get to know me video, because I'm getting a lot of more subscribers, which is like, oh, so cool. But I feel like y'all don't really know me. I mean, I feel like y'all know me, but I feel like y'all don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, know me. So that might be coming before the second part of the MSW series or something. I don't know. Leave a comment in the comment. And so we can conversate and talk about. All right, I'm gonna go because my words are getting jumbled. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all, and yeah, love you. Bye.